All right, everyone. No new tech exclusive today. I decided to make a fourth main video here because it's too important and I had too many important news stories. I'm also probably going to be talking about this on the live stream. I saw a CNN article the other day, and it was about the SpaceX launch up to the International Space Station to extract those two astronauts that were literally abandoned by the Biden administration. Well, come on, man. Corn Pop says you're not allowed to be extracted. You have to spend like the next 3 months in goddamn space. I'm sure that that was not particularly pleasant, by the way. I imagine that they fucked when they were aboard too. Right. How else are you going to pass the time? But SpaceX had been resupplying them successfully and never got any real credit for this, by the way. But this particular fucking article it really rankled me because CNN covered the fact that the astronauts were going to be extracted. There was going to be a splashdown. But they never once in the article mentioned SpaceX or Elon Musk. Never once. I would think that's a glaring omission now, isn't it? The fact is that Elon Musk donated to Donald Trump, supports him, is partnered with him in some respects through Doge and stuff, and so they're not willing to give him any credit. Yeah, no, SpaceX. Oh, you mean that company that developed the first rocket that's capable of being re-entered and reused and can literally touch down in a like a 3 foot fucking square of the landing pad? Oh, yeah, that company. Don't give them any credit where credit's due for designing the module or sending it up, getting the astronauts back safely after the prior administration literally abandoned them. Don't give them any credit for that. And don't mention Elon Musk even once in your article. And this is not the only legacy media article, by the way, that omits this. There are several of them. You can find them for yourself. There are a numerous number of them. And it doesn't surprise me, sadly. Elon Musk derangement syndrome at this point might be just as bad as Trump derangement syndrome. People, I mean, people are burning up Teslas all across the country, for example. There's an active sabotage campaign going on, which is funny. I believe that some years ago, before Musk endorsed Trump and before he bought Twitter, was the love child of the liberals. Oh, they fucking loved him. He's creating electric vehicles. He's going to prevent the planet from becoming Tatooine. We're going to save the world. Electric vehicles are the future. Hail Tesla. They loved him and thought that his not a flamethrower was funny and stuff like that. There's a boring company with the Hyperloop or whatever it's called and things like that. Oh my God, Musk is a real good dude. He's environmentalistic and stuff like that. And he's supplying us with, electric vehicles that cost a lot of money, but at the same time, they run and they operate properly. Um, and so they liked him. But then all of a sudden, because he said, well, I'm basically a Republican. By the way, I'm donating a bunch of money to Trump. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to attack the bureaucracy and try to create more efficiency because, hey, I'm South African. I know how excessive government is. All of a sudden, then, like a 180, the liberals went from praising him constantly, almost worshipfully, to absolutely hating him. Now, I've got a more nuanced view. This is the Nuanced channel. Now, maybe I should rebrand as the Nuanced channel or something like that at this point. I am not a fan of everything that Musk does. I realize that EVs are themselves wasteful, for example, and overpriced. And I'm not a fan of the boring flamethrower, not a flamethrower because it's basically a giant weed wand, and things like that. And I don't like all of his political views. But here's a successful African immigrant, and liberals hate him. Very strange now, isn't it? And SpaceX and some of the other endeavors, certainly Starlink, have done a very good thing for the world. Starlink can link people up in rural areas to decent internet, for example, increasing human communication. It can be deployed on battlefields. SpaceX has been absolutely revolutionary with regards to rocket technology and everything else under the sun technological. Elon Musk is effectively a genius. But the liberals that loved him at one point all of a sudden hate him. My nuanced view is, of course, there are some things I disagree with him on. But generally speaking, he has been a very, very big asset to the human race. Liberals, meanwhile, are so cloying and retarded that they believe that his political views somehow render all of the other things that he's doing inoperative, which is strange to me. It doesn't really make a lot of sense when you think about it. So they won't even talk about it. Some of these articles literally won't even reference SpaceX. Go to the article, see for yourself. Where does it mention which company is actually responsible for saving these two stranded astronauts? It's not mentioned there. Not once does it mention Elon Musk fronting the company. Not once does it mention anything that he said about it. Hey, we're launching this very, very important mission, a very high risk one, to splash down these astronauts, something NASA apparently is no longer physically capable of doing. No, we'll just omit that. Oh, the astronauts are returning to Earth. How? By levitation? They're going to fly down to Earth on their own accord. They're just going to soar through space like birds or something like that. No, I think that a company was responsible for sending up the pod that had to extract them, but that's not mentioned. It's very, very interesting indeed. That's about all. Peace out.